Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 11 of the Newcastle career mode here on FIFA 19. We are very nearly at the January transfer window. We've Liverpool and Watford in our way before we reach the transfer window itself. It's Manchester United and Birmingham, followed by Chelsea and Cardiff, and maybe another FA Cup game, and Manchester City as well. I asked you guys in the last episode to offer me some options pre-contract wise. Please do continue to do that in the comment section, and once we get into the window, we'll have a look through and see what options we have with regards to potentially signing someone on a pre-contract. I don't have that much money available to me at present. As you can see, £5 million, which isn't really enough to sign anyone of any real note. So I don't want to make loads, but I might make one or two pre-contract signings. Maybe just the one. But who that one could be, absolutely no idea at this stage. But we'll play Liverpool and then Watford. And obviously the game against Watford is going to be a lot bigger than the game against Liverpool, because they're right here with us around the relegation zone. 4 points above the drop. We started off very positive this season. And yeah, we've gone downhill ever since. Liverpool away to start things off on Boxing Day, and then Watford at home. I have absolutely zero idea how today's episode is going to go, but we shall find out in due course, and hopefully by the end of it, we might, emphasis on might, have ourselves at least 1 point, if not hopefully 3 against Watford. Mignolet in goal for Liverpool. Klein, Gomez, Moule and Moreno at the back. Fabinho, Virtue, Thick and Henderson in the midfield, with Salah, Firmino and Mane up top. Well, the front three is as you expect it. 2 of the 3 in midfield, and I don't know, one of the, I don't even know who in that back line you'd expect to be there, to be honest. You expect Matip or Van Dijk or Trent Alexander-Arnold or Andrew Robertson. So perhaps no one. And the goalkeeper as well. Weird lineup from Liverpool, but they'll probably still beat me. Shelby out to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Get that down the line there to Matt Ritchie. And we'll chase away. Müller is with me, but I don't know, or Moule is with me. I don't know who he is or how to pronounce his name, really. But the shot wide from Matt Ritchie. Nice turn inside. Just couldn't quite bend it enough with his left foot. You can see him watching it as it bent, but bent wide. Loftus-Cheek turns well. Andre Shelby. Kennedy. Phillip. Kennedy again. Nathaniel Klein's with me. I've got plenty in the box though. Cross is blocked, but it's actually fallen kindly for Maximilian Phillip, whose shot sadly is blocked by the defender. Stood right in front of him. I tried to just work some space and did so briefly, but couldn't find the angle for the shot in the end. Fabinho never going to be outmuscled by Kennedy, really, is he? Salah holding the ball up well, but Max does well to hold him off and get the ball back again. And Maximilian Phillip involved in the build-up again. Darjeeling will drive inside, then looks to play Matt Ritchie in behind. Moreno's quick. He can't deal with the movement. And, oh, I think that may well have just skimmed off the forehead of Kennedy. But evidently not enough to divert the trajectory of the ball. Good header. Fabian Schär there. Shelby into Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Duck back inside here to Maxim Phillip. We'll try and catch the keeper out. Nearly. Mignolet obviously isn't the strongest of goalkeepers in either strength or ability. So I'm going to try and make the most of that if I can by trying to show him up for his lack of quality. But on that occasion, he was able to move his feet and get across to it, thankfully. Liverpool, despite having a number of first-team players in this starting lineup, still haven't really threatened me going forward. Yes, they've got the big 3 up top, but the midfield and the defence can't get the ball up to them in the first place for them to have an effect. And even when they do get away on the counter there, Firmino not able to hold the ball up properly. Anyway, here's Jonjo Shelby. We might actually be in with a chance of beating Liverpool here, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek gives us a 1-0 lead. That's a hell of a finish. Really pleased with that. I think that might well be his first goal for us too, actually. Shelby returned it too as he made the run off the defender, and that touch just drove in into the box, and it's a hell of a finish. Should the keeper do better? Probably harsh to say so. He's just struck it very hard. Oh, he really wasn't far away from it at all there, Mignolet. Firmino. Oh, Shelby steps in. Bobby Firmino, his hold-up play has been really poor in this game so far. Oh, and Müller, really fortunate there that fell back to him. Otherwise, we could have been in behind to make it two. Salah, Firmino, Firmino even. Mo Salah. He's not really going anywhere at the minute, though. We're forcing him down the channel. Klein with the delivery. The cell goes up. Keeper's going to come, and thankfully he gets there. Otherwise, he might have found himself in no man's land. There as the ball drifted over his head from the header from Fabinho. I'm trying to change play. It wouldn't let me until Jordan Henderson had gotten to the ball. Thankfully, Dubravka holds on. And the referee will blow his half-time whistle, and we will lead by a goal to nil at half-time. And we're good value for that lead as well. This Liverpool team are not playing well at all. In there to Dwight Gale. Loftus-Cheek. Smack that out wide there to DeAndre Edlin, and then down the line to Ritchie. Obviously want to cross on his left. That's a good delivery too. I wasn't in control of Philip there. I was in control of Dwight Gale, I think it was. That was a little bit further inside the box. Philip just went for an overhead kick of his own accord. The patch to nerf that is coming to console. It came out on PC a few days ago. By the time you see this video, it may have come out on console already. There was a big pitch notes article from EA that showed the changes that they're making to gameplay and just general bug fixes, etc. One of which is the frequency and consistency of which players do overhead kicks, and which players do them and how frequently and how accurate they are. They had a very good graphic actually that showed the simulation of Bale doing, like Gareth Bale with obviously his incredibly high stats, doing 100 overhead kicks, and the accuracy and consistency from pre-patch to post-patch was remarkable. It just drops entirely. It's really good that if I can find the screenshots, I'll add them into the video just so I can show you what I'm talking about. They look superb. It looks great. So hopefully that's the start of more things to come with regards to fixing certain things about the gameplay. Still waiting for a couple of other fixes, obviously. Odd save by Mignolet, but we'll see what we can do from the corner. Oh, we'll give it straight back to him, evidently, is what we could do from the corner. James Milner just come on for Virtue Thick. I'm not sure whether he'll introduce enough creativity to get Liverpool back in the game. Gomez forward there into Robertson, Henderson and Mo Salah. Back to Fabinho, Henderson, Salah again. This is the best spell of possession they've had all game. Will they actually do anything with it? Mo Salah tends to go on really long dribbling runs, don't actually lead anywhere. I don't know why he's kicked it like that, Isaac Hayden. 9 minutes to play here, and Liverpool just haven't threatened. I felt particularly comfortable defensively in this game. And, oh, no idea if that will be a goal kick or, well, it's not going to be a goal kick or a corner because we kept it in. Loftus-Cheek gets that forward, just play that back. We might be able to get ourselves a second, you know. I'd love to. I will look to play in Callum Hudson-Odoi and flick that backwards, but Moreno's done well to rise up, get to the ball first. I mean, obviously, with their front three, oh, I was going to say, with their front three, they obviously still stand a good chance of getting a goal. But if I'm honest, despite the rotated side, the three players that have played worst are Salah, Mane and Firmino. They've been their three worst players in the game. It just so happens that the rest of the team isn't strong enough to make up for the fact that the other first team players aren't playing well either. And it's a 1-0 win at Anfield for us, which is entirely unexpected, as you might well have thought heading into the game, as I most certainly thought heading into the game. But we get a win against Liverpool away from home. I mean, Matip was suspended. They mentioned that in commentary, but where, like, they brought Robertson off the bench, so clearly he was available to play. I don't know where Van Dijk was. I don't know where Alisson was. And the front three were full strength. They just didn't play very well at all. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. We're up to 13th now. Manchester United still 14th in the table. We've Watford next to a 16th, and then Manchester United after that. But that will be the first game of tomorrow's episode on New Year's Day. I don't know what's going on at Old Trafford, but it's happening in real life as well. So it's not entirely unrealistic for them to be outside the top four. Perhaps slightly unrealistic for them to be as low as they actually are in this save right now. But we're going to rotate again slightly as we did for that previous game, just to ensure that we have a decent strength side available to me. To be fair, I expected that previous game to be the one that I lost, and then this one I was hoping to get 3 points from. Now, obviously with Watford being below me in the league, I would like to avoid defeat, but I've already got the 3 points I was expecting to get from this episode, so who knows what's going to happen now. We'll just go out, try and play our best, and see if we can get something from Watford away. Dahlberg in goal for Watford. Femenia, Cathcart, Britos and Holobas as the back four. Will Hughes at right mid. Doucouré, Chalobah and Sema in the midfield with Deeney and Okaka up top. Okay, not the same side that we played against previously against Watford, but I still expect a tough test. Femenia. Inside there to John Joe Shelby. Doucouré, Femenia, Will Hughes again. Okaka. Kiko, Deeney. I haven't touched the ball yet. Now I have. Only once. That's I'm going to concede a goal. Having barely touched the ball. That's floating on target. That started off as a cross, and it went one way and then bent back the other and ended up probably going... Oh, that was supposed to go to the left back. Probably headed inside the far top corner. That could have been very awkward. Shelby, around the corner there to Muto. Trying to find some space. He's somehow squeezed that through to Ayoze Perez. We'll get it back here, Muto. We'll look for Shelby. Could then play Perez around the corner. Ayoze Perez's first touch was good to get past the defender, but the left-footed shot straight at the goalkeeper, unfortunately. Into Doucouré, back to Chalobah. That's poor pass. Key, Shelby, there's Muto. We go to Ayoze. I see the run of Jacob Murphy, but I'm not going to get it to him first. Go to Manquillo, then through there looking for Jacob Murphy. Olivas is closing me down, but we turn his side nicely. And the pass slightly overhit. I put too much power on it. And it tried to pick up the secondary man when I wanted to play it to the guy at the near post. I just wanted to get it to him quickly to ensure that nobody intercepted. Unfortunately, that's kind of worked against me there. Here's Okaka, Sema. Strike from Troy Deeney. Strike from Okaka. Bloody hell. Great save by Dubravka from Deeney's effort, and Okaka with a hell of a volley as well, but unfortunately for him, not able to find the target, let alone the back of the net. Ridiculous strike from Troy Deeney as well. Great save from our goalkeeper, and the amount of times he's done that so far this season to keep me in games is pretty silly.
That's an easy piece of goalkeeping.
Poor attempt from Ayoze Perez there, though. Dahlberg is a 19-year-old Swedish youngster who's like in the late 60s rating-wise for Watford. I don't know where Ben Foster is. I couldn't tell you whether he's... Oh, that's terrible defending. Oh, just hit it. I had no options. I could have tried to turn around, hold it up and pass it backwards, but I didn't feel like that was the right thing to do in that situation. 2 minutes to go till half-time. Still 0-0 here at Vicarage Road. On the Ayoze. Let's see what we can do. Perez back there to Murphy and across to Kennedy. Now's the chance. There's the 1-0 lead. On the breakaway, Kennedy's left foot has been very good for me on the left flank. Depending on who we get in this window with regards to pre-contract, I might consider signing Kennedy permanently next season. He's been very influential for me on the left-hand side of midfield. I've been particularly impressed with his proficiency in front of goal the majority of the time. Shelby into Kennedy. Ayoze Perez. Get it out wide. Manquillo down the line there to Jacob Murphy. Drop one way. Whip it into the middle. Oh! Not far wide from Kennedy at all. Trying to bend it into that corner on his right foot. This is his weaker side. Good technique. Just couldn't quite get it to turn in time for the post.
themselves.
Hughes.
Yeah, they're doing their bit. The supporters, they really
Croatia
are.
over Hughes. They've done a lot of this in the midfield and then a lot of that for their final ball. Not good enough from Watford. I've had my moments in games where I've played terrible balls like that as well, but at least we've been able to, at some point, play the right ball at the right time to find myself in with a chance on goal. They have... Uh-oh.
You don't always see it when the players run over to celebrate with the manager, but this boss, he's got a close relationship with his players. You could see it there.
Well, it swerved a bit at the end. It might have been going wide initially, but it's hit the inside of the post into the back of the net.
Was the initial shot going wide? That's the question. If it was and that deflection took it inside the post, I'll be absolutely furious. Not that I'm not angry enough having given away possession in the first place. Let's have a look. Was the initial shot off target? Well, I don't know actually. The initial shot was probably going to hit the post as it is, wasn't it? Oh, right off the nuts. I think the initial shot would have gone in, was on target and probably would have gone in anyway, but...
And when you do hit them with that kind of accuracy, there's just no chance for the goalkeeper, no chance at all.
Well, Watford won, Newcastle won. One time they actually created a decent chance on goal. Well, they didn't create it, I created it for them. They couldn't create their own chances, so I did it for them. Not the first time that's happened to us this season. And undoubtedly probably won't be the last either. Oh, I hate my life. Why do I do it to myself? I honestly don't know why I do it to myself. We're not on track apparently. The board reckon... oh, yeah, I'm really not looking like I'm going to be able to do those financial ones. Oh, a yawn. Oh, a wild yawn. Right, into the transfer window we will head, although only a matter of hours because first game of the transfer window is on the 1st against Manchester United. Let me know in the comment section again which pre-contract players you want me to try and sign or have a look at. And then we shall do that in the transfer window. And fingers crossed, I can stop making those silly mistakes at the back that are costing us goals. A win there would have put us 10th and into the top half. As it happens, we are 12th. Still 6 points above the drop though, so pretty comfortable for now. For now. That could all change. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too for more. I'll see you later.